I am your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sarah Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week and another episode of Bookmark'd with your hosts. I'm Destiny.
I'm Sarah. Welcome back. Or welcome.
Yes, welcome back or welcome. If you are new here, you have a fun episode today because today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite things. These are all of our favorite things right now, where we're at in life and what's going on. That's what this whole entire episode is going to be about. I'm sure we're going to yap a little bit before we get into it, but also I want to learn where the term yap came from. I'm going to look it up as Sarah speaks.
Yap? I was about to try to give some background. I don't have any. I'll give you my DOTE, though. If you are new here, we do DOTEs, which is drink of the episode. Mine is not very exciting, so don't get too excited. I have water because I am severely dehydrated because this morning I woke up early and I went to take Mochi out. And for some reason, I walked outside, I put her down, and my heart started racing. I was like, oh, that's not good. And then my eyes started getting, when you stand up too quick and it goes black? It was that, but next level, which I've passed out once before from dehydration, felt like that. So I went inside, freaking out, left Mochi out there, that's when you know it was bad. Literally left Mochi out there, which she's not going to run away. She would never, because she's immobile right now. But I called my mom. It was 7 a.m. I was like, Mom, about to pass out. You got to go get the dog. It was so bad. I don't know what happened. I guess because I stood up too quick. I needed water. I carried Mochi down the stairs like she's heavy dog. All of that. It was so bad. So, I'm trying to drink water now.
That is crazy, and I hope you're doing better now. I will say that could be dehydration, but I have always had that problem, and I have really bad, iron issues, so that could also be a contributing factor to that. I have really low iron, so I've always had,
I have to look into this.
I don't know. I always, too, have had that thing, but, I forget what it is. When you, whatever, and, your skin is, slow to, whatever. I don't know. But I hope you're doing better. I also have water on hand because my water intake has not been that great lately either, but that's just because getting myself acclimated to the taste of the water in a different state has been very, very hard, and I don't like it. So,
does it taste different there?
Yes, water tastes different in every state that you go to. Their water systems are famously
I knew that about different countries, but I didn't know different states' water was different.
Yes.
Oh.
But my main DOTE is I made myself a coffee in my coffee. I literally even put cold foam on it. I'm really into
fancy.
The caramel. I know, right?
Is it good?
And it hits.
How's it taste? Oh, good.
I don't have bad coffees anymore. I literally don't really go out and get coffee because I just make it at home.
We have mastered our at-home drinks, which is insane of us from when we started this, or even when we met each other. I'm so proud of us.
I'm so proud of us for nailing down that, and I really wish that I would wipe my face before I started talking, but
did you find out the history of yap?
No. I think somebody, just anything else with Gen Z slang, somebody said it, then everybody else started going with it.
I feel I've heard it before, just, you're yapping. You're yapping too much. I'm a yapper.
Yeah, it's probably, it's probably,
you talk too much.
It's
but in a good way.
Slay. It's I remember, okay, 2013, 2014, slay was the thing. Everybody was using it in that, oh, slay. But I will say the difference between using it in 2013, 2014, everybody was, dead serious when they said it. You know what I mean? It was that is so slay. That is so slay. But now when we say it, it's a little, ironic. We're doing it kind of, ironically. We know whatever. It's kind of that. The resurgence of using slay. And honestly, it really makes me fear for other things from that time period that could come back. For example, not to bring everybody back to this place, but I know that y'all remember getting the mustaches on everything. And is that what bows are? Are bows the modern day equivalent to how we were putting mustaches on everything?
I heard that, or I saw that somewhere. Someone was comparing the two, and that is just such a interesting comparison. I think the symbol of it maybe, but like we were like romanticizing mustaches, like literally on everything, which is such a crazy like picture or like symbol of something to be putting on shirts and everything.
I remember getting a shirt from Five and Below that was the little like I mustache you a question. They put that thing on everything, and I like cut up the bottom of it and like tied it, you know.
Oh,
like
I love doing that.
Yeah, so I had that shirt and I used to wear it all the time. And I used to always love, like, I had glasses from Claire's that were hot pink and they had the little mustache that came down. So, like, when you were wearing the little mustache right here. Also the sunglasses that had the little fake eyelashes on them. I also had those and I was rocking them. Like, stuff like that. Like, is that going to come back?
Probably. I feel like everything comes back around. Like, I feel like we're still taking stuff from the 90s and the early 2000s. So eventually, maybe even when we have kids, if we have kids one day, like what's happening right now will come back. So I think mustaches will. I hope not. But do you remember when like galaxy print and like tribal, like that was all like on things?
No, I was literally about to say, I remember like, it's like teenagers were dressing like business casual with like the big chunky necklaces and like the blouses. Like that's what you were wearing 24/7. But then you also had the like you said, tribal print, chevron, teal, Victoria's Secret pink. Like that was like all the rage.
When we went to our middle school parties into like high school, I don't think it was high school. I would say it was middle school. Like those silly little parties, we would wear galaxy leggings, like galaxy camo, like the printed leggings were the thing. I had a shirt, which I think I told Destiny that I had this shirt. The LMFAO song, like party rock anthem, I had a shirt of like the shuffling man shuffling on the shirt. It says every day we're shuffling in galaxy print. And I wore that like multiple times a week in public. So.
But that was like the thing. And I do feel like on this podcast we do tend to reminisce on this specific time period a lot because I feel like I always bring us here. But it's just such a time capsule. But I do think that it will inevitably come back because I can remember even just like a few years ago, I'm talking 2016. So think full glam, thick eyebrows. Everybody was doing the boxy eyebrows. Like
you don't want to know what my eyebrows looked like.
Oh no, me either. Like I've famously like never had any eyebrows really. And fun fact about me, I have never once had my eyebrows threaded. I've never once plucked my eyebrows. I have never touched my eyebrows a day in my existence. Literally ever. So I used to box in with an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. And I used to
Oh my god, I used to the same thing.
And and you would take the concealer and I would do it first. My first step was to like lay the base, do the brows, shape them out, put on 50 pounds of foundation.
Because there was nothing like the beauty gurus of the time telling us to do all that.
Oh my god. And no, and I was watching them and I was like, ooh. Like, yeah, this is appropriate for me at 14. 100%. Like, I was really into makeup at the time. But, I remember during that time, people were like, you know, like, I always call it Twilight aesthetic. You know, like, the skinny, low-waisted jeans, like in Vampire Diaries. Like, think this. And, like, the long-sleeve tank tops, a little bit of the midriff is showing. Like, I remember everybody was like, I would never dress like that again. Like, I would never wear low-rise. Now look at us. A lot of people are wearing low-rise and want to go back to that style.
It's slowly coming back. So I think in a few years, we'll be back there again. Maybe it's not exactly the mustache and the galaxy print, but it'll be something from that time, unfortunately.
But even with all of this being said, I do feel like as we've went on as a society, though, that there are, like, specific trends, but I feel like there are so many trends based off of the aesthetic that you yourself fall into. So it's like, yeah, these things can come back around, but, like, for example, how I just said, like, low rise, like, that style, but, like, I'm not wearing that. And there's stuff that, like, I'll wear that nobody, like, you know, like, somebody else isn't going to wear. I feel like we're just, thankfully, living in a time where, like, not everybody looks the exact same. I mean, of course, there are things that are trendy, but a lot of people don't feed into it, or they'll just, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot more people have, like, their own personal aesthetic and style.
I think because back then there were trends that everyone took on, but now when they come back or when there's new trends, they all combine, and now there's like micro trends within the trends. So we have so much going on at once, and they all just like go past so quickly. Like we're on to the next one very quickly, and they're all meshing. So everyone is just taking on different parts of each trend. It's very interesting.
It really is interesting how fashion is, because I also feel like maybe what fed into trends in the past years is like, think about it, like in Y2K, in 90s, 80s, like you had very limited media to look to for fashion inspiration. Like you just kind of had magazines, what movie stars were wearing, and paparazzi pictures. Like that was kind of it. And now we have so much at our fingertips that I feel like everybody's just kind of like doing what they want in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it all online, and you can see one trend one day and the next a whole different trend. You can want to change your style all over again, and you can. You have so many like options to do that. I think that's why it's so crazy now. Social media is really the root of everything. I just I can't escape it, and I have been telling Sarah this, that like it is July, I know. I cannot stop thinking about fall, and I have built my For You page brick by brick, and I am on the Nora Jones side of TikTok, where like everyone's using that, and like they're doing nostalgic like Y2K posts, and it's all based around the fall time. It'll be here before you know it, so don't worry.
But it's so fleeting though, is what makes me heartbroken.
It's the worst part about fall is how quick it goes, because, well, I don't know about you Texans now, but over here you get like that perfect like month of all the leaves of the perfect color and the weather perfectly until it gets cold, or it's like still hot in the beginnings of it even though it looks pretty. So like that one perfect time of fall comes very quickly and goes very quickly.
I love it, and this year I need to go somewhere to experience the fall foliage and the crisp autumn breeze. Like I need to feel it this year, because I'm definitely not going to feel it where I live. I got the perfect place for you. Believe it or not. I'm like thinking somewhere in my brain. Like, also, I don't know. Hey guys, do people trick or treat in Texas? Because we know that I love giving out candy. So
I feel like they definitely have trick or treaters over there. You got to leave at least some candy out in case.
Well, could you imagine how heartbroken I would be? Like, I want to get porch furniture and sit out there, and like the kids come,
and no one comes,
and nobody comes. Could you imagine? Like, I would actually be so heartbroken. Me and the king size candy bars that I buy for these kids.
More for yourself.
That's kind of sad. Like,
I know, that is really sad.
I feel like
I always think about that. Like, if anyone like grew up in the city, like my cousins, they grew up like children in the city, and they would have to like trick or treat through apartments, and I'm like, that is such a crazy trick-or-treating growing up experience in the city. I guess I think they can also, maybe stores that are open would have candy, but like I always think about like growing up in like the suburbs, going like house to house and like different developments, but like cities like that, if any of you grew up in a city, like I always thought about it. How are you trick-or-treating? Are you going store to store? Are you going to apartment buildings? Are you allowed in apartments like that?
I'm sure, because okay, so I'm basing this knowledge off of the Halloween episode of Friends, and in it they're having a Halloween party, but like the kids are like just going down to every single floor and like knocking on the apartment doors. So I assume that's kind of how it works.
That's what I'm assuming too. I just think it's like where you grow up. It's just such a different way of growing up in different places. Who would have thought?
Halloween's just not the same anymore, and like it makes me a little upset because I remember just like how packed the streets were when you're trick-or-treating. Like it was like so, and now like you barely get any kids coming and doing it.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that they're raising their kid like it's the 90s / like early 2000s, where like no iPads, no phones. They use like a VHS, only do VHS tapes, like only do like shows from back in the day, like no really like modern shows. And I was like, that kind of eats, because then your household feels like that time period, like because you kind of detach from those other things.
I think that's a good thing. I always see. Well, I mean, I'm not a mom, can't say anything. But then saying like, oh, I can't take the iPad away or whatever. What do you think our moms did, or their moms before the iPads? It was never like always a thing. The iPads. I always think about that, but then I just have to wait to see if I'm a mom what I'm gonna do. But in my head, no iPads allowed in the house. I'm not allowed to have an iPad.
I do feel like I feel like the era that we grew up in, though, was really interesting and unique. Of like, we had both of the mix of like still like older, like I feel like that you got in those like 90s Y2K where it's like play outside, be social, like, you know, like go do this stuff. But also we were raised in the age where technology was rising with new inventions that were like really life-changing to everybody. Yeah, like that was the thing.
We got like the outdoor time, but we also got our DS and Wii time as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, the DS.
That was my life. My actual life was my pink DS, and I still have it downstairs.
Fun fact, literally I told my mom, I was like, for Christmas this year, I want to get a pink Nintendo 3DS and get Animal Crossing, and I want to play it on the 3DS. And she was like,
you should.
Okay. And I was like, yeah, please. Need to go back to my childhood. But that's my favorite part about my childhood. And not to flex, but a really good segue into some of our favorite things.
Oh, yeah. Claps for that segue. I didn't know where we were going to go from nostalgia
and I
to
like
this.
to keep people guessing. I like to keep people on their toes, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So we're not going to get into so many favorites. All from books to places to food to who knows. But we got lots to talk about.
No.
Honestly, to people, because we all know I'm going to start talking about Harry at some point. Because,
yeah.
Hey, not over it. Hey, what the hell happened?
Hey, I was sitting on that live stream with Sarah. Okay, we were sitting there. I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I can't believe this. I felt like I didn't miss the Stevie Nicks concert, getting able to watch that live stream. So.
Yep. Well, I didn't know it was even, like, a rumor. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Stevie Nicks was performing at a festival in the UK, and I had no idea about that because I don't follow really Stevie Nicks. That's more Destiny loves our girl. So someone in my Discord sent me a link to a news article that was like, Harry is rumored to be coming out and performing with Stevie Nicks.
Now, do you think that's his publicist doing that? Because it's like, it has to be somebody on his team. Like, nobody else knows that.
Well, that's why I was like so confused, and I was like, how do we know this? Where is this information coming from? So yeah, probably someone is posting that because he hasn't been performing anywhere and whatever, but freaking out. Literally freaking out. You have no idea. Sent Destiny. I was like, I think it was, I don't know, I found the live stream on TikTok, and I found out the live stream I sent you, he posted a TikTok after, the guy that live streamed the whole thing. He only live streamed so his girlfriend at home could watch the Stevie Nicks concert, and then everyone found out that Harry might be performing, so he had like over 2 million likes, like 30,000 people on it. So afterwards he posted a TikTok thanking everyone. Like, he was just so grateful because he was only doing that for his girlfriend, and there was like thousands of Harry people on there, and it was so sweet.
That is chivalry is not dead. Imagine you can't go somewhere and your boyfriend's like, don't worry, I'll live stream it for you.
Isn't that so cute? I know. And
that is adorable.
I sat and watched Stevie's concert, and then there were pictures posted of Harry backstage, but his friends and family were in the audience, and it's like he would have been in the audience with them watching Stevie. Like, why is he on the side by himself? So literally was like shaking and crying waiting, because Harry's been on his hiatus and he hasn't sang. As soon as I heard his first note, I was like, we're so back.
I mean, was I literally sitting on the couch crying, listening to him sing Landslide? Because then I also told Sarah, I was like, I mean, I've been nonstop sobbing to Landslide since I moved, yes, but also I was like, I'm literally, and I texted Sarah this right as the song was ending. I was like, I'm just really thinking about Christine, which, if you guys don't know, Christine was a member of Fleetwood Mac who sadly passed away a year or two ago. May have just been a year, maybe two. But I literally sent Sarah that message, and then right after I text her that, Stevie goes into, because it was Christine's birthday, so Stevie goes into a whole monologue about Christine and like thanking Harry for being there with her, because like it was just so
I
sweet
know.
and emotional.
It's so crazy too, because Harry's always said he's looked up to Stevie and just all of that, and for Stevie to like post about like thanking him, and like he feels like if you go see like the stuff that Stevie said, but he's performed with her before, like he sang that with her. I think the first one was like 2017 and then 2019, something like that.
I saw a post that said it was like every time right before he releases an album, he's like performed with her.
We're like really close. And I have a feeling if it's not soon, the date that you picked in September, like, may be correct.
And
if we're not doing a
here's the
summer
thing.
release.
And here is the thing, because I know something's in the works, because how I was saying that it has to be his publicist or somebody on the team that leaked the information that, like, ooh, he's gonna be performing. Because think about it, like you said, he's been on his hiatus, where so much so that even, like, if people see him out and they ask him for pictures, he's been like, no, like, respectfully, like, no, please don't record me, I don't want to take pictures. So it would make sense if his team knows, like, something's in the works, like he's going to announce an album or something soon, that they want his name back in the media. And, like, honestly, like, yes, obviously Stevie Nicks has so many fans, but it's like, is anybody really, like, sitting and watching a Stevie Nicks live stream all the time? No. But you gotta get people there. You gotta get people looking at this concert. So I fully believe he's about to announce it, and I told Sarah I have a date in a month that I locked in. And could you imagine, this would be like on the lore of, like, me just getting feelings and, like, being like, I think this is gonna happen. Could you imagine if I was right? This timeline
You're gonna
is
start
scary.
manifesting. So I know, I think it's like you're gonna be at least really close to your date or, like, on your date, but it's so true. Like, it's happening, and I'm freaking out because that means there's a Harry tour in our future. Like, everyone relax, but, like, I can't relax. There's gonna be a Harry tour. I'm gonna have to start setting aside my life savings. I feel like it's gonna be crazy, this one, because last one was not stadiums.
Yeah.
This one, like, scares me that he's gonna go big. I'm, like, freaking out if he's not gonna do residencies.
I was about to say, because
Nervous.
you literally would, like, you told me that you would, like, go on, like, the night of a concert and, like, go buy a ticket or something and
yeah,
go.
he was in Madison Square Garden. I think it was his 15, whatever, how many nights it was. I had tickets to, like, 2, and then the day of, I would go on Ticketmaster and I would just refresh the whole entire day. And every time you refresh, it sends you a code. I would have, like, 30 codes. And then I don't know why they do this, but, like, at some point during that, they would release, like, face value tickets, so, like, not resale. They weren't expensive. On the floor, like, just, like, pit ticket. I would text everyone, like, whoever wanted to come with me, like, I'm going. Usually it was my friend Kay, because she's just as insane as me. And oh my god, there's nothing like that time of just, like, waking up and not knowing you're going to a Harry concert that night.
Oh my gosh, I used to watch your vlogs. There's one engraved in my brain where Sarah gets, like, all the tattoos and put in. Did you wear pink pants, or am I lying?
It was a pink shirt, yeah.
Yes, it was, like, something pink, and you, like, put the. I can remember watching that and being like,
That
oh my
was
gosh, this looks so fun.
That was his final night when he got the banner and everything. Oh my god. And he sang Ever Since New York. I miss it so much. It was so good.
And you know what? Maybe we'll be getting an album, and I've heard whispers again that I feel like it's his team. That it's supposed to be kind of more rock. And can I tell you, the first song that he came out singing with Stevie was giving me that vibe of more of, like, a rock. And I was like, why do we think that he came out singing this song? You know what I mean? Because you've heard the whispers that HS4 will be a little bit more like rock. So I was like, this is making me put a question mark in my brain.
If
I'm
it's
all for
anything
it,
like Kiwi or his first album,
ooh, yeah.
oh, it's gonna be insane. I'm just so excited. I haven't,
baby.
like, I only listen to Harry's music when I'm in the mood, or if it's, like, in a playlist or something. I haven't, like, clicked on his music because there's so much new music coming at us so much recently. So I'm excited if he comes out with something new.
Yeah,
back in my rotation.
He released nothing in 2023. So, but he seems like he's a two-year, 2017, 2019, 2021.
Yeah, he takes his good old
2022
breaks.
2021.
Yeah, early. It was early 2022.
Oh, so it felt like 2021 to me, but early 2022, like, he feels like he takes a while in the middle of albums, so.
Yeah, it does feel like that, but that's okay. I'm so excited. Let him cook.
But it says a lot to his music that it's still heavily talked about and heavily streamed, even when he's not releasing new music, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, that's what you missed in my life last week.
And that's what you missed
Just
last week
that.
on Bookmark'd. Except we didn't talk about that last week. But that's what you missed in Bookmark'd Personal Edition of our lives. So, I would say on that note, but our favorites do start off with books.
Yeah, no. We don't have a segue for this one. We're just going to go back into it because I had to say that before.
So exciting.
Favorite books right now. All right. Here's my top 3 that I put.
Okay.
Caught Up which I recently read, the Liz Tom Ford book in the Windy
it's
City
so
series.
good.
So good. And me last year DNFing Mile High would have never thought I'd say something like that.
Well, I also DNF'd Mile High, remember?
Yeah, we both had the same exact feelings for it, but the other book so far I've eaten, I'm reading Play Along right now, and it's so good.
Oh, I can't wait to read Play Along.
It's so good. She does such a good job of, like, making them so different, like, even just, like, the different sports, but the different characters, like, they all feel very different,
yeah.
like, even though they're on the same series.
Like, I remember with Elle Kennedy's Off-Campus series, like, once I got, like, to book 3, I was like, okay, these all literally feel
it's
the
copy
exact
and
same.
paste. Yeah. Those were just vibes, but they all were, like, the same thing. And then I have Heartstopper. I just read the 4th one, I think. Yeah, I think it was the 4th one. It was so good. I'm so excited to read the next one, but having lots of self-control over here. And then I reread Reckless by Elsie Silver recently. I don't really remember if it was last week or the week before. So good. It was because, I think I said it. Did I read it in a video? I have no idea what I did with that book, but
is that the 4th one or the first one?
Yeah, it's Theo and Winter.
Yeah,
but
Theo and Winter.
For some weird reason, I kept thinking about the scene where he told Winter told Rhett to call his dogs off talking about Theo, and then Theo barked at her. Oh my god! There was nothing like that scene. Literally best scene to ever come out of a book ever. So
no, I think the rival in that series is like in Powerless, and it's not like the same vibe, but for me what's stuck in my head from the series is in Powerless, the tattoo reveal is like sickening to me. It's actually gonna make me sick to my stomach.
No, also in Powerless at the end what he says to her fiance, whatever, about the ring. Oh my god, that's ingrained in my head, dude. There's so many like specific scenes from all of these like Chestnut Springs books that are so good. It literally made me reread the whole book, and that scene of the barking happens in like one of the first few chapters.
Oh no, it's like at the very beginning.
Yep, the whole book was so good that like there's no man,
I loved it.
no fictional man like Theo Silva.
I remember being so mad though. Do you remember when that book came out and I texted you, because I think you got the ARC? If I'm not, did you get the ARC for that one? And I texted you and I was like, I am so pissed. And y'all, this keeps happening to me. I texted, oh my god, that's crazy. Is that for Reckless that we're talking about? That's crazy. If I had a dime for every time a Reckless book has been spoiled for me, I would have 2 dimes. But
weird that it's happened twice.
But I remember texting you and I was like, I am so pissed because I can tell that this is like a big thing in the book that like you do not know, and this person literally when people on Book Talk will use it as a recommendation, they'll like use a huge spoiler as a recommendation, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go insane. I'm actually gonna go insane because that part would have had my jaw on the floor, and it would have ate if it would have been a surprise for me. But just like that, Reckless,
there's like a weird fine line, like on Book Talk of like putting like spoiler warnings for actual spoilers, but not spoiler warnings for scenes. But like for me, that's a spoiler. Like if I read a scene on TikTok, don't want to read the book. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Even though it's not like a huge spoilers out of context, it still takes it away from the book. Like, I don't know why. Anyway, those are my top 3 right now. I didn't put anything else. Haven't really been reading. I can't really remember if I've read anything that good recently other than that.
See, for mine, I put books, like, I don't even think, well, I think one of them are just books that I've read recently, but the rest of them are just books that like I've been thinking about so much for one reason or another. First of all, we have Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. Obviously that's the one that I've read recently, and like I told you guys, anytime that I like something, I'm going to make it my whole entire personality. So I have been nonstop thinking about that one. Of course, Boys of Tommen is always on my brain, but specifically because in one of my playlists that I listen to, She Will Be Loved is on the playlist, and so every day I listen to it. And obviously, if you've read the series, you know why I'm thinking of it, Boys of Tommen, when I'm listening to She Will Be Loved. Like, hello. Then I had Beach Read, because I did reread that recently, but I've just been really thinking about specifically the letters at the end of Beach Read. And yeah, do I sit in my car sometimes think about the letters and sob in my car? Yeah, I do. A specific line in the letter stick out to me, and they really get me. I've also been thinking about Daisy Jones and the Six. When Am I Not? Hello, one of my favorite books to ever exist. I love it so much. And then also, I've been thinking about The Love Hypothesis. Couldn't tell you why. I've just been thinking about The Love Hypothesis so much recently.
That's interesting. I haven't thought about The Love Hypothesis in a very long time.
I want to reread it because I remember literally like sitting in my bed like giggling, and I was like, oh my god,
me too.
This is like so like whatever.
I hadn't giggled like that in a very long time until I read that book, and I remember picking it up randomly. I think it was one of my first book of the month books that I've gotten, and I remember picking it up and I was like, this is real good.
I know, even like towards the end, the scene towards the end where you're like, oh my god, this is like.
So good.
Oh, I think I started thinking about it. What got me there was I was like, I don't understand how I don't understand how people can sit on somebody's lap. I feel like it's just really uncomfortable. And so then I started thinking about the love hypothesis, and I was trying to envision it in my brain. Because there's like a specific scene, and I was like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand that. But
I remember that scene too. Yeah, I haven't thought about that one. I don't know if I would reread it though. I don't know. Is it gonna? Maybe it would make it go again. It's been years. 2 years. I say years as if it's been like 8 years.
It's been years. I mean, I think I read it back in like 2021, 2022. So I mean, it has been some years.
Yeah. Okay. Was that all of the books your faves right now?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Next is fave bookish merch. I only have 2 things right now because I be living in my House of Jupiter t-shirts, any and all of them, because if it's summertime, it doesn't matter if I'm going to bed or if I'm going to the beach or if I'm doing something during the day, I'm throwing on a big t-shirt, because in the summer when I'm sweating, I don't like tight things on me. Putting on a t-shirt, and it's going to be the House of Jupiter ones, because something about the collars on those t-shirts, the way that they're like thick up there, and they just I live in them, and I have one from probably almost every job she's put out. So those are what I'm living in. Them. So good. And then it's not merch. I don't know if this counts as merch because it's not something I wear, but I got a Kindle case. It's been my new personality. So cute.
Well, bookish merch is like stickers, cases, bookmarks, etc., etc.
I'll show it off. I came on my
so cute.
My Instagram Explore page, and literally bought it as soon as I saw it because it's so cute. It has a little bow on it, and it says Kindle girly, and it says because I'm a mood reader and 12 books don't fit in my bag, and there's a bow on the back. And I bought it from her shop on the internet. No, why do I keep calling Instagram internet? The Instagram Explore page. I went on her page and I bought it from there, but she has a shop on Etsy, and I don't know the name of it. I can't remember it. I have to go on my email, but really cute. If you search this, you'll probably find it on Etsy. I'm obsessed with it.
That is so you. That's you in a Kindle case for sure. I've also been debating on the like switching over to like an actual Kindle case like that, because like I'm still rocking with the case,
the clear
with the sticker vibe. But I've been like, I got a shop come across my TikTok and it was so cute, and I almost bought one. Then I was like, I don't know what to do.
Well, what I like about this one, for some reason, I really like that it does this. When you open it, it turns on the Kindle. I don't know what magic voodoo's in this.
I used to have a case like that. Before I started doing the, like, you know, stickers in the back of the Kindle, I used to have a case and it would, like, I don't know what it is. It's just, like, with my iPad. Like, when you open it up,
yeah,
it, like,
maybe something, like, magnetic in there turns it on.
Who knows?
That's all I have. That's all I got right now for my faves.
Well, I have House of Jupiter. Obviously, that's who our merch is with, but even before then, I feel like even in our last one, we talked about House of Jupiter. I've talked about House of Jupiter so much. The pieces are just high quality, and they're so, so cute and adorable. But also, Biblio Style Co. is also one of my faves. It's just so hard because their stuff is, like, so, like, everybody wants it. So, like, when it has the drops, it's so hard to get stuff sometimes, but it's so worth it. Like, I love the pieces that I have from them. And then also the Common Room shop. Oh my gosh. Specifically, she does like ACOTAR coded stuff and like Sarah J Maas coded stuff. But there's like a few pieces that I really want to buy. I've been eyeing she has like a little, she does Taylor Swift stuff too. But it's like a little heart and it says the Tortured Readers Department. And I have been eyeing it for months. I've been eyeing it
That's
for
really
months. There's a
cute.
specific like blue and pink color palette that she's going with that one that I have been eyeing heavily.
There was, not to like bring back my faves, but there was one more while you were talking about that design that I have like a few shirts from her, and she makes really cute bookish shirts, and she also has like a bathing suit and like a bag, and it's like blanking the name on me. Hold on, I'm gonna find it because it's so cute. I have a shirt from her that says I Heart Dorian. I have a House of Weather Park shirt from her. I have a long sleeve shirt from her.
This is our favorite authors.
Okay.
So my favorite authors, I feel like this is like a list of my favorite authors right now. Obviously, we have Emily Henry at the top. Annabelle Monaghan has quickly risen to one of my favorite authors just because literally when an author has 4 stars and above for every single book that I've written by them, you're up there. Abby Jimenez, love her.
Yep.
And then, I put Emily Henry twice.
That's really telling.
Yeah, but I also put, because I was really thinking about this. I think I meant Elsie Silver. And I put Emily Henry because I wasn't thinking. So we'll say Elsie Silver because obviously I love her stuff. But I was thinking about this and I was like, Lauren Asher, like I love like pretty much every single book that I've read from her. Like I like thoroughly enjoy them. Like I think there's been like 1 or 2 that I didn't like love as much as all the other ones, but like everything else I've loved. And her books are just those like perfect escapism books for me. And then also I came to terms with, I really was like, I love Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. Like I do. Like I eat them up. Every time she has a book, I've read every single book she's like ever written.
The Bookish shop. It's called Tales and Threads Co. For some reason, I couldn't remember which word it was. She has really, really cute ACOTAR stuff and just like bookish stuff in general. I love my little shirts from her. Anyway, fave authors right now. I got 3. Kristen Hanna. Only read 2 of her books.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Love her.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Great books. I put Elsie Silver. After rereading Reckless, it just really solidified how much I'm obsessed with her writing. Like, the men that she's written, the women that she's written, like, all of it is just too good.
I need Wild Eyes. I need it. Actually.
So bad. So
how am I going to wait
bad.
until
It's
September?
So soon. No, it's so soon. It'll go quick.
Will it?
And then I put... I think so. When we start talking about fall a lot, it'll just, like, slowly creep up on us like that. Perfect timing, too, for our favorite season. And then I also put Liz Tom Ford just because I read Caught Up and Play Along Now, and I've been eating them up. She has written, like, the banter in there that has literally made me, like, giggle, and I love when books do that. Like, I just was giggling so hard with Caught Up. Like, it was so good. I didn't put any other ones, but I feel like everyone knows my favorites. Like, I love all my girls, my Emily Henry and all of them. Yeah. So those are my favorites right now, the books that I've recently read that were really good. So.
Slay.
Very good. Okay, next one is favorite places to read.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any? What are your top favorites right now?
First and foremost, my room. But when I say my room, I guess I mean like this room, just because I feel like it's my own little book place, whatever. So I feel like it's an area for my books. But second, and very, very closely, my bed. Oh my god, I love to read my bed. I love to literally just lay in my bed and rot and read. I love it so much. Also, I love, because I hate being cold, so like I love going to sit outside, even if it's like in the shade, but I love sitting outside and reading. Like even if you like go to a park or somewhere, I just like being outside. And I also like going to coffee shops. Like I like sitting in a coffee shop or like a bookstore, and I like reading.
Yeah, I like to be outside or out in public too. Some reason when I'm in my house, but only when I'm like like when I went to my dad's house when I went to Florida, it's like not there often, but like something about being in that house, I read a lot. Something about being in my house, I will like do anything, but like I'll pick up anything that'll distract me and I won't read.
That's what I was about to say. It may be because there's so many distractions, and like when you're sitting in your room, you see everything else that you could be doing. But when you, like, we've talked about this before, too. Like, when you go somewhere else to read, you're like, I have to read because that's what I came here for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I love reading outside of my house. It just gives me motivation, or just makes me like pay attention. But my favorite places are right in this reading chair. Love it. Comfy, cozy. And then I put the beach, but only if I have my Kindle. I can't read on the beach with a book because it's so uncomfortable. But when I have my Kindle, like recently when I've been at the beach, so comfortable. I'm just like holding it up. It just can go in the sand and I can clean it off. Doesn't matter if it gets wet. This is your sign to go buy a Kindle.
It withstands the heat very well.
Yep. It's easy to bring to the beach. I can fit it right in my bag. So convenient.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a favorite. That's all I have though for my places. Right now those are my favorite. All right. Fave shows. I only have one. Do you want to go first? What are your tops?
What is your one?
You watch a lot. My one my one is actually a show that I wish and I actually pray one day you will watch so that we can talk about it, because we can have episodes and episodes about it. I can go off about it and I feel like you could too if you watch it. Love Island. Get into it. I knew you were about to say it. I knew you were about to say it. I literally can't. Usually I fall on a bandwagon of something and I fall on it hard when it comes to TV shows because I'm like, okay, well, I have to know what everybody's talking about. And I see the discourse about Love Island and I have never been so unbothered by something where I'm like, I just don't even need to watch it. I've been watching Love Island though, like not this. I feel like this season, especially the US one, has gotten so big. I think it's because like TikTok has like not just blown it up, but like everyone's talking about it. I've been watching Love Island for years now. Like I've watched every single season. I'm obsessed with it. And it's such a good thing to talk about. It's so good. Something about it, it like feeds everything I need to watch for like a lifetime. Like I don't need to watch anything else. Love Island is it.
That is so crazy because I do hear everything about Love Island. Like I do hear it. And I see the TikToks about it and I scroll right past them.
No, it's so good. Ugh. And if you watch Love Island, Love Island Australia is so underrated. If you haven't watched the Australian one, you need to do it. Ooh, the second season is my favorite of Australian. It's so good. But is it like such a good show?
Me and Isaac started one season of Love Island. I think it was US, I think. And I think it may have been the first season that they did of the US one.
That one.
And
those are crazy.
I fell off of it and I like didn't really care. And then Isaac finished it, like, on his own. Like, he was, like, so invested in it and wanted to know. But I literally was like, I just can't. Me and Isaac have watched Ultimatum. That show is literally insane. We've watched that one, and we get into it. And then we've also watched something else. But, because usually the only show I can get Isaac to sit down and watch is if we're watching one of those, like, dating reality shows.
Okay. Well, if you were to go back and watch a season, watch Love Island US season 2. That's when I started watching that when I was at school, like when that one came out, and I think it was for that timing, but I made Lauren watch it. She got hooked on it. We only watched Love Island, then we went into the UK ones, and then we would talk in like British accents. It was like such a time. Love Island is so good. I ride for Love Island. I love Love Island. I wish you watched it so bad.
I wish I could get into it. I fear I don't know if I can.
That's
but
okay.
I'll try.
Well,
I'll give it a valiant try.
Okay, thank you. The first few episodes of each season are not good because no one knows each other. Like, you're not connected to them. Every time me and Chris start a season, we're like, I miss like our old like seasons. When you get into it, it's so good.
Well, yeah, I feel like you have to give it a few episodes of like any type of reality show like that because you're introducing new people. That was like me growing up with America's Next Top Model. Whenever like a new season came out, I was like, ugh, I don't care about any of these girls. But then like by the end, I was like biting my nails. Like, who's gonna win?
No, yeah, you become so attached. But yeah, that's my favorite show right now. Obsessed, and there's 2 going at the same time, so things are crazy.
Insanity, if you will. My favorite TV shows are no reality shows. I feel like I'm not a big reality TV show girly anymore. I feel like when I was younger, I really was. Like, I really only exclusively watched TLC, America's Next Top Model, and Dance Moms, and the Kardashians when I was younger. But now, every night, I'll tell you that I'm either falling asleep to Parks and Rec, or that's on in the background, New Girl's on in the background, Friends is on in the background, or Stranger Things is on in the background. Like, those are, like, my top shows. but also Gilmore Girls. But I feel like I cannot watch Gilmore Girls when it's spring and summer. Like, I love Gilmore Girls so much, and I love every single edit and TikTok that comes up on my For You page, and I'm constantly thinking about the show and talking about it, but it just feels illegal to watch it in like the spring and summer months. So I'm not watching it right now, but I'm constantly thinking about it. And lastly, yes, I'm into House of Dragon. And I'm deep into it too. Like, we are deep into it. I'm like, every Sunday, I'm waiting for the new episode. I'm waiting for all the TikToks to drop, like people to start editing. Nobody works harder and quicker than the editors for House of Dragon. Like, I am sat on a Monday morning in my bed, like, ready to scroll through TikTok because I know my For You page. As I said earlier, I built it brick by brick.
I think that's the thing that I love so much about Love Island. It's like, there's a new episode every night, and you know everyone's waiting for that episode to get what's going to happen next, and then you can go on TikTok and all discuss it. And it's like being like live watching it. What was like once the Summer I Turned Pretty came out, like we were all waiting to watch it together. Like, I think that's what's so nice about those kinds of shows. Like, it's annoying when you find out it's going to come out once a week, but there's something good about it too.
Yeah, you're like so annoyed whenever you first learn that the show is like, oh, we're doing week by week, because but think about this, like, yes, it sucks because you do just like want the whole entire storyline at once, but it makes it much more of like a community thing, and you do, I feel like, ultimately appreciate it a lot more like after they drag it out. But I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of with shows, and it's what Netflix has been doing with their big ticket shows, because they don't do it with the shows that are not their like really big shows, and that's them deciding to split up the seasons in half. So like release the first 4 to 6 episodes and then wait a month for like the actual good part of the show. Like,
yeah, that's such an interesting, I feel like no one's ever done that. Like, it's either once a week or whatever, or you're getting all of it at once.
Yeah.
I'm like,
really interesting.
I was so into the Bridgerton when I was catching up to season 3. I haven't even thought about it once.
No, I didn't. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like it hurts the show sometimes, depending on the show, more than it helps it, because as soon as like it ended on a cliffhanger, I was so annoyed by it that I literally never went back and rewatched like the part 2 for season 3.
Yeah, I don't know. One day I'll catch up again, but I just couldn't get into the season, and then I knew it was going to be, I'd have to wait for the next one, so then I was just going to wait for all of it, and then at this point, it's too far gone.
And I also saw clips, because of course, it's coming across my For You page, and I saw clips, and I was like, ew, Colin did not give in season 3. I don't care what anybody says, he was the worst.
I only watched like the first 2 episodes, but I saw they were talking about how in the other seasons, it like focuses a lot, like in Anthony's season, like he had his own history, his own arc, and like his own growth. Apparently they like didn't really give what's his name a lot for his season. Like, you didn't get like him traveling or doing anything. No, it is about Colin and Penelope, and I have never seen a season focus the least amount on the 2 characters it is supposed to be about in my life. Yeah. The 2 characters it was supposed to be about, we were focusing on the other brother, who I could not care less about, and we were focusing on like, yes, we were focusing on like everybody else. I love Benedict. I know, Sarah loves him, and is his season next? Is that what they were alluding to, that his season is next? I don't know. I don't care either, because it's literally gonna be like, what, 2 years from now? I'm so over it. That's my TV show rant. That's a least favorite show right now. Hey, so if you guys want to know my least favorite show, it's that one. That's what I'm really annoyed with. Oh my god. Well, I didn't put Heartless. Not Heartless. Heartstopper. Yeah, I didn't put Heartstopper. So good. Even if you haven't read the books, which I highly recommend, so good, the show does exactly what those graphic novels did to me. So good. I cannot wait for the next one. I like the graphics of the show. I've seen like clips of the little like cute. Yeah, they like include the little like graphics from like the graphic novels, like little leaves that she draws like into the show, and like the little, when they touch like the little spark. Oh, it's so cute. It's so good. I forgot about that. It's so adorable. I finished it. What do we have next? Oh, fave drinks. Do you have any fave drinks right now? Really, I'm always rocking with my cherry slush Alani's, but I'm out of them right now. So that's what my world is looking like. Diet Coke,
of course. If I'm going for a soda, it's always going to be a Diet Coke. And then also, Haley put me on this because I asked her the other day when it was the weekend. I was like, what should we do? She told me, you should go to Joe's. We love going to Joe's, which is like a coffee place. And I was like, okay. She told me to get the iced turbo. Y'all, it is so good. What is that? So good. It's a coffee. I think it's like mocha hazelnut is like the flavor of it. But I get an iced turbo, and it is perfection. It is so good. Like, is it literally just chocolate milk?
It's the best kind, though. It probably tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
Well, I have my matcha because I perfected my recipe, and it's like phenomenal. My other one is, do you know those Pure Leaf drinks, like the teas that they have in like the convenience stores? My favorite is the lemon iced tea one, and I get it like when I go to the beach or like go out to like by the pool, whatever. I need that when I'm going somewhere hot. That is my favorite drink to sip on the beach. So good.
Seems refreshing, definitely.
So refreshing. So good. That's all I have for that one. I don't really have favorite drinks. I feel like I'm never like, I don't know, except those two right now. And then, what's favorite snacks or food? You got anything good?
Well, I will say this. So this is what I'm feeling right now. My trail mix that I get specifically from Target. It's the Target brand trail mix, and it is the best trail mix ever. It's in like the orange bag, and I love getting it, as well as the DOTE cinnamon sugar pretzels. Y'all, so good. Target is far away from me, so I haven't had them in a while.
I remember when the three of us went to the book trip, the book hotel, and you asked me actually before we picked up Haley from the airport if I've ever had it, and I said no, never heard of them. Then when we were all together, I think when we went to CVS or something, you asked if we've ever had it, and we were like, no, never heard of it. I still don't think I know what you're talking about.
Because why am I so annoying when I like something and I need somebody else to like validate that they also like it and they've had it?
No, I wish I had tried it before.
I did the same thing. The first time we ever did a meetup, I was really obsessed with the Berry Lifesaver bag, and I made them go look for them. I literally made us go to CVS, and because I wanted some so bad. Like, I wanted them so bad.
So much, but we were both like, we don't know what you're talking about. So when you actually found it, it was like just so nice.
You guys liked it though, because you guys were literally like, ooh, it's so good. Like, we were all sharing them. So then I felt validated because I'm like, at least I was annoying and it was worth it because they like it.
You know, that joke that's like when your dad knows you like something and then they like just stock up on it. That's how I feel like when I like see you and I like get you snacks. Like, I'm getting you the Nerds clusters. Like, because I know you like it.
Because and here's the thing too. I said like snacks the other day to take to the warehouse with him, and I got him like a big bag of the blue Nerd gummy clusters from Costco, and I was like, does he like these, or like would I just like a big? Like, sometimes I do that where I'm like, does this person like this, or am I just getting it because I like them? But I'm obsessed with the DOTE cinnamon sugar pretzels, and whenever I see Sarah the next time, I'm literally gonna bring them with me and force her to eat them, because then she's gonna be obsessed with them, and then she's gonna see them all the time, and she can be like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah,
I've definitely seen them. I just can't picture them right now because I've never had them.
I also am loving the Very Berry trolley gummy worms, like that specific flavor. I guess I'm a berry queen. Like, I like berry flavored candy.
Yeah, you also like the gummy candies, like the candies.
Yes, I like candy. I don't love like chocolate and sweets. Like, I love candy. Also, at all times, Chipotle.
Yeah, no, 100%. One time you asked me if you should cook or get Chipotle, and I was like, I can't believe you're even asking, because I know you're gonna go get Chipotle.
Well, no, like, for example, today, I like woke up and did I have Chipotle yesterday? Yeah, but like it's like 4 o'clock right now, and I'm like, should I just go get Chipotle? Like,
it's so valid.
I don't have anything. Here's the thing. It's literally just I get chicken, steak, and rice. And some chips. Like, that's it. That's all I'm eating.
Did I ever tell you was it my junior year? I think it was my junior year of high school. I didn't have my license, but my friend was older than us, so she got her license. And when I tell you, she took me to Chipotle every day after school. And then she would take me from Chipotle to Fruito Bowls, which is like Playa, because I needed something sweet after. I would hound a bowl of Chipotle and a bowl of Fruita Bowls, one after the other, every day for so long. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I don't know what got into me. And it, like, kept going. Because I remember I got my license, and it would, like, I would freak out if I didn't have time for Chipotle. Like, I would freak out. So I don't eat Chipotle anymore because I think I, like, overdid it, obviously. But I'm glad that you love it so much, seriously.
I'm actually, well, because it's like an easy thing for me to go get if I'm not making dinner. So, like, and this week I've already had my rotisserie chicken. Like, I'll just go buy a whole rotisserie.
You're like, I just woke up from a nap. I woke up from a nap. We were like, okay.
Sarah and Haley were texting, and they had been texting the group chat, and I think it's been a good, like, hour, and I didn't say a single thing, and I woke up, and I said, hey, so sorry, I literally woke up. When I tell you, I woke up, didn't even look at my phone, went and grabbed my keys, got in the car, drove to HEB, and got a rotisserie chicken.
But that's all she said. She said, sorry, like, I was napping, whatever, and then I think Haley said something, and you're like, oh, like, what do you do? Something like, what do you do? You got a rotisserie chicken, but that's all you said. Like, that's it. And she was like, oh.
Well, because it's
why?
So my dinner options are literally this. When I make myself dinner, it's either I'm eating rotisserie chicken and sweet potato fries that I make at home, which is literally just me cutting up a sweet potato and putting it in the air fryer. Or I will eat chicken or steak. Like, I'll either just make that with, like, veggies as the side. Or I'll make salmon sometimes. And the only other thing that I'll get is Chipotle. So it's like, if I don't feel like making dinner, I will just go get Chipotle. Because it's so easy. And, like, it's kind of within the same food group as, like, what I'm eating already.
Yeah.
But I literally, you guys, to paint you guys the picture, I sit alone in my kitchen, pop open a rotisserie chicken, and eat it by myself.
That's just, like, so crazy. Like, you're not putting it with anything. You're just, like, eating just a plain old chicken.
I take a fork, and I'm eating a whole rotisserie chicken by myself. I don't eat the whole entire thing. Like, not even close. But it feels like I am.
Yeah, that is just, it was, like, the craziest thing to, like, wake up and do from a nap. It's just, book it for a rotisserie chicken.
It was because I had been thinking about, like, what am I going to do for dinner before I fell asleep. So that was, like, the last thing that I thought about. So it was the first thing that I thought of when I woke up. So as soon as I woke up, I kind of was in a panic. Like, I need to go get my rotisserie chicken.
And that happens.
But what are your favorite snacks in food?
Imagine I say rotisserie chicken.
Imagine, like, I've really been feeling rotisserie chicken.
My eyes are tearing right now because my fan is on high, because I was sweating when we started. And that they're tearing. You ever have that? Like, it's, like, so windy in your... I don't know. They're not having fun. Favorite... Okay. Mine are more snacks, but I'm a snacks girly. I'm not a meal girly. I don't like dinner. I don't like meals. I like dessert, and I like snacks.
See, I'm not a meal girly either. I'm a breakfast girl. Like, I love. Like, the only meal I like to make is breakfast.
I think that's one of my favorites to make too. Breakfast or lunch. I'm just not a dinner girly. I'm not a dinner girly. Okay. Anyway, my chocolate covered pretzels from Trader Joe's, haven't shut up about them in months. Like, I have 1.5 left. My mom got me, like, 5 for my birthday. Like, they are just so good. I can't stop eating them. And then, very specifically, the pomegranate seeds from Trader Joe's that are in, like, not the circle tin, the flat one. Oh my god, I can eat them. The only thing I could eat for the rest of my life. Like, there are just something about them so good. I think it's because I have a texture issue. Like, if I don't eat fruits because the texture is so weird to me. Like, I love grapes, but they can only be crunchy. Pomegranate seeds, perfect texture,
real
perfect taste. Oh my god, it's so good. And then I recently though went to Trader Joe's and they have these grapes, and I got them because it said strawberry flavor with a grape crunch, and I was like, that's fun. So they taste like strawberries. If you see them at your Trader Joe's, I highly recommend. They were really fun. Going
to Trader Joe's, actually. Let me look on the maps of where Trader Joe's is.
It was really good, and I wasn't, like, thinking, honestly though, when I think about it, how healthy can that be? How did they make these grapes taste like strawberries?
Literally, who cares? When people start going on and on about red dye 40, y'all, I don't think I'm living a long time anyway, so I'm just going to eat it and have fun while I'm here. 30 minutes away.
They're worth it. Get that, the pomegranate seeds, and the chocolate covered pretzels. You're set for the rest of the night. They're so good.
I literally think I am going to go to Trader Joe's tomorrow, literally just because I miss Sarah, and I feel like we always go to Trader Joe's.
We do. It's weird. It's like the only... Whenever I go to places, like, around me, that Destiny has been, like, my local Barnes, my Trader Joe's, like, any place, like, surrounding areas, I'm like, ugh, miss Destiny. Would have been more fun if I went to this bank with her, or, like, my doctor's appointment.
Stop. Oh my god. Us going to your wisdom teeth appointment and me going to TD with you.
And Verizon, because
Verizon was literally one of the top. Gosh,
that was so crazy. We literally went to New York, shopping in New York, when I had a hacked phone and cards. Like, we just, like, who cares? We just went anyway, and then we fixed it when we came back. That was so funny. Okay, next is favorite movies. I have the usual, nothing exciting, but I actually didn't put all 5 of them. I put 2 because they're giving more summer vibes than the rest, and that's Mamma Mia and Just Go With It. Can't watch Parent Trap in the summer.
I knew it. I literally was about to say that's what the 2 were, but I was gonna let you say it.
It's like a gamble between the 5. It's like what I'm in the mood for right now, and it's those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any favorites? Oh my god, wait. Saw Inside Out 2. Was really good. I'll put that in there.
Isn't it?
It was so good. Well, I left the movies though when I was like, I'm sadness right now. Or like whatever, me and Chris left and I was like, started pointing out what emotion I am in my head. I couldn't stop for like the next few hours. I was like, oh, I'm feeling whatever. It was kind of fun though.
I love the memes that are like Inside Out if it was in my head. And I get tagged in them and they're just really funny. But I narrowed it down to 5. So these are my 5 favorite movies right now. Scream. So on Sunday, everybody was outside playing in the pool and I was in the house cleaning. And they came in and I remember Isaac came in and he was like, why are you watching Scream right now? And I was like, I don't know. It's a comfort movie for me in a really weird way that I need to unpack. I also put Just Go With It. Like, it was so good. I love any Adam Sandler movie. And
There's
Just Go With It
nothing like that
top
movie.
tier. It's up there with Grown Ups. Like, truly. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. One of my favorite rom-coms ever. I freaking love it. I love it. And Matthew McConaughey lives in Texas, so I'm really manifesting seeing him in the flesh. Cars.
Oh, you love Cars.
Cars. I've decided to like be like, you know, just like outwardly with how much I love Cars and how I have to watch it almost every night. And then I also put any Spider-Man. I
admitted to Pipple, you can admit to Cars. Like, that's...
Yep.
We talked about it. I remember our book hotel trip. I don't know. We were just reading during the 24-hour challenge.
I forgot that I put on Cars.
And yeah, we weren't like talking about putting something on, but Destiny just put on Cars. And then I think I fell asleep.
So humbling.
For a little, I woke up. Wait, Cars was on.
Well, no, I think I had put it on New Girl because we were like, oh, let's put something on the TV, and I put it on New Girl, and then you and Haley fell asleep, so I was like, of course I'm going to put it on Cars.
It was so funny. And then the next day, the challenge was over or whatever, but we put Cars back on, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
I was going to say Matthew McConaughey, my friend. Well, she's Danny's friend, but like she became my friend. She works for something governor, something higher up, mayor, I don't know, something like that. Yeah. And she went to an event, and it was like last weekend. She sends me a picture. Matthew McConaughey and Phil Dunphy from Modern Family are there. Like, she's with them at the event. I was like, you don't know you are like living the life right now. Like, that is insane. Phil Dunphy, just like in general, I don't know his like non-actor, whatever character
I kind
name.
of came to this conclusion the other day that I fear that I am Claire.
Mm-hmm. The mom.
And I think that Isaac is Phil. Like, I literally think I was watching Modern Family the other day and I was like, oh my God, like, I feel like if I was older and had a family, this is our dynamic. Like, I am Claire and he is Phil.
I do the same thing when me and Chris, we watched Modern Family for a few months ago. I always tell him he's Phil. Phil is a realtor, and whatever he, like, mannerisms he has, I would tell Chris, like, that is looking into the future. Like, that is literally you in 30 years. It was so funny. What a good show. I'm going to add that to my list.
Oh, it is one of my favorite. I thought I put Modern Family on there. I'm
such really a good show. All over the place. And then we have, favorite songs. Do you have any favorite songs right now? Anything good?
I literally couldn't narrow them down, so I literally listed 7, and I'm gonna just like fire them off. Landslide and Fine Line, they give me the same vibe. with where I'm at in my life right now. And literally, oh my God, the other day I was on a walk and I was listening to Fine Line and there was a faint breeze in the air and I literally was just crying out in the open as I was walking outside.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, therapeutic. And then we have Please, 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 obviously, Sabrina Carpenter, please, please, please release that album already. Okay. And then we have Orange Juice / New Perspective, because both of those songs are like right here with me. Oh my gosh, they really hit. Also, number 5, False God by Taylor Swift. Oh my, it is literally so good and I can't stop listening to it. Like, I listen to it all the time and I feel like it's underrated. Then we have Vienna by Billy Joel. I always love that song, but it also really hits. And then of course we have Guilty as Sin. She's like a chart topper in my favorite songs since April.
That's a good list. Mine are, okay, recently, past few weeks / months, haven't been clicking any. Since the Taylor Swift new album came out and like the few Sabrina Carpenter songs, I've only listened to podcasts. Like, I just, for some reason, get in the car, can't pick a song or listen to music. But if I were to, these were the top 5 that I had. There are 2 from Chapel, Red Wine Supernova and Good Luck Babe.
Ooh,
if I'm in
really
like a happy mood, oh, those are going on. Oh my God, you should see me in my car when I listen to those. Then
I'm moving Hot to Go.
Also very good. Then I have 2 from Gracie's new album, Blowing Smoke. So good. I Love You, I'm Sorry.
Ooh, I forgot
also
about
phenomenal.
Grace. I was literally about to say I Love You, I'm Sorry. God, that song's so
good. There's a few more on there, but like, these are my top 2. And then I've been listening since earlier this year when I started listening to like my Nile came back around again. On the Loose by him. It's an old song of his, but so good. And when he played it in concert, oh my God, it was my favorite that he played. It's iconic. But I haven't really been listening to music, so I'm waiting for Sabrina's album to drop, Harry's album to drop, and then I'll get back into it.
I've been feeling that way about music too, but then I start just like making random new playlists and then I'm really excited. It's like the same songs just on a new playlist and then I feel like really excited.
Yeah, I wish I was good at making playlists. I just don't. I get so overwhelmed. I'm like, there's too many songs to choose from, so I don't make them.
Oh, I love making playlists.
I know, I wish I did. Well, after that, who's your favorite artists?
Okay. Obviously, we always have Mrs. Swift at the top. Like, we always have her there. But then obviously Sabrina, love her so much. Noah Kahan has been getting me through my move. Fleetwood Mac, always expect them there. Also, been really into Joe. Can
I ask Joe who? Jonas?
Absolutely not. It's DJO. It's pronounced Joe.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Cake on the Ocean.
Never
Cake by the Ocean.
Never.
He's coming on the new album, though. But he's coming on the album.
Hey, who's listening? Oh, no hands up?
Oh, that was... my favorite artists, you could probably guess all of them.
Yeah.
Do you want to? There's 3 I wrote down, but there's 5 in my head.
Okay, 5 in your head?
Yeah.
So we always have to have Harry, right? Is that in your head? Okay, do we have Sabrina on there?
Yeah.
Okay, Gracie?
Mm-hmm.
I know Lana is usually there, but is she on the list or is she just like
she didn't
not
make
right
it
now?
this year?
She didn't make it this year? Okay, well, you've been talking about Chapel. Is Chapel?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, wait. Okay, so we said, is Tay-Tay on there, or are we thinking somebody else?
No.
Okay.
Not creative at all. Those are the top. I cannot wait to see my rap this year because I have been listening to strictly podcasts. Like I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm really interested.
Well, drop the podcast that you're listening to.
Oh. Do you want me? I listen to the same like 4. I listen to How Do I See? I'm like a grandma.
And well, do you not know who you listen to?
So I listen to I should. I listen to Brooke, her Obsessed podcast, and then Brooke and Connor make a podcast. Zane and Heath, the Broski Report. I usually just go around those 2. I listen to Good Influences just because I listen to anything Matt King is on. The funny thing is, though, I listen to those, but I don't listen to his actual podcast, Hoot and a Half. Not sure why. I listen to I'll Read What She's Reading. It's kind of like majority. I like flip through those. Pretty Unfiltered, I don't
Pretty
listen
Unfiltered.
to. Yeah, I have to watch it, so that's not like on there.
I pretty much watch all of my podcasts, but
yeah, that one I have to watch.
Pretty Unfiltered, I love watching. I can't wait for their new episode where they like switch.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so exciting.
So fun. Okay, your favorite? What's that? Clothes or trends right now?
Okay, so great. Thank you so much for asking. One, for a shoe, I'm really into Sambas right now. I love them.
Yep.
I wish I had more of them. I just feel like they're perfect for like when I went to church, right? Did I wear those to church the other day? I literally think I did. Yeah, I think I wore those to church the other day. And like you can dress them up or down. Like you can make them casual or you can dress them with a blouse. And I love them because they're also a very simple silhouette. And I feel like anybody can wear them and they look really good. Also, the boxer short with the tank top / baby tee combo is superior for me for the summer. Just because I know. No, like I literally texted Sarah that I was running errands yesterday and it's so damn hot. So I was literally wearing that outfit and I was like, I literally am listening to Harry in the car and I'm wearing boxer shorts and I feel like I'm cosplaying you right now. But I love them, especially for the summer since it's so hot.
Yeah, it's comfy.
It's just a nice outfit. Also, anything linen. Give me a linen skirt, linen pants, linen shirt, linen dress. I love linen. Headphones as an accessory, like the big headphones as an accessory does it for me. I don't know why. I just love it. But, oh my God. And I came across a shop that does this in New York, I think. Somewhere in New York. I don't know. But the charm necklaces, I want one so bad. Like, when I was a kid, I used to want a charm bracelet so bad. I want a charm necklace so bad. I love that trend. And I love the trend of, like, all the rings and stuff. I wish I knew of a shop, link them down below if you guys know, of a shop that has, like, really cute rings. Because I would love to have a lot of rings and, like, that type of vibe.
The charm necklace I made, there probably is places near you. I feel like Texas would probably have a bunch, like, small boutiques do it. That's where I did mine. But I heard that Etsy has shops that you could, like, choose the charms and you can, like, put them onto a necklace chain. You can, like, make your own, which is kind of fun. That's how I did mine, which I love it.
I remember I was watching, I just watched Hannah Elise's vlog, her newest vlog, and she, like, went to one, and I had already been seeing it, and I saw, like, the ones on Etsy, but she went to somewhere.
It was in New York?
Yeah, she went somewhere, and they had, like, a bunch. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, maybe we should go. I think that'll be fun. Mine's kind of boring. I have skirts. Recently got into those because up until this point in my life, I hated dresses and skirts. I thought that I didn't look good in them. I'm not girly enough for those things, and I don't like the way they look at me. But
oh my gosh, you're the definition of girly girl, I feel.
I feel that too, but I just don't, for some reason, like, dresses and skirts, like, don't look right. But I think the way I could style a skirt, they could look right, so gotten into skirts
no,
recently.
I feel like it looks really good. Like, I loved on your birthday little getaway vlog where you put the dress and you draped the sweater over. Like, I thought that looked so cute and coastal.
Thank you. I'm trying to get into them because I think they're fun, and also it's so hot out. It's like I don't want to wear pants if I don't have to.
Oh yeah, no.
And then I have flip-flops because for the past maybe like 5+ years, like, I only ever wore like slide sandal types or like Birkenstocks, like not like a real deal,
not like an in between the toes.
Yeah, got a couple pairs this summer. Love them. Nothing like them. Who would have thought?
Fun fact, I haven't worn sandals. Oh, I did. I think when I was in Florida, I hate showing my feet, so I literally just shove my feet into some socks and go.
There's only like a 2-month time span of showing my feet, so I needed those real bad. Love them. That's all I had for mine.
I do think flip-flops are pretty cool. I have a feet insecurity, so I can't wear them.
I don't think I do. Not insecurity, but like when people don't like feet. I think because when I grew up dancing, there's feet all around me. You could put a foot in my face and I wouldn't care, but I know a lot of people would mind that.
I don't care about feet. It's more of like, I feel like I've always, like, every single time that anybody has seen my feet, they always make, like, comments about it, and I feel like it's a really weird thing that's stuck with me. But it has, so, like, I get really, like, if I notice, if you see me without socks on, like, just know that was really hard for me to do. And then the moment that I think that you're looking at my feet, I'm never going around you without socks on again. Like, that's actually, like,
I'm, like, trying to think
serious.
I feel like you've been around me without socks on. Like, I can't really recall it, but I feel like you have.
I think it's, like, right before I'm about to, like, go to bed because I hate sleeping with socks on, so I'll take them off.
Yeah. That's okay.
But I'm, like, not relaxed ever.
Yeah.
So I always have socks on. I'm like, nope, can't show my feet. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, I never really look at people's feet unless it's, like, pointed out to me.
I can't wait for fall fashion. Like, I have already started curating my fall fashion.
I love fall fashion into, like, winter, but before you need a coat. Because in the summer, only one layer you could wear. You're putting another layer on, you're going to die out there.
And I think I'm excited for, like, where I live because I feel like maybe there's, like, a few days out of the winter where, like, you would need a thick coat to go outside. But I feel like I can finally have, like, the achievable winter fashion that I've always wanted where, like, it's kind of like your fall fashion, but it just follows through winter where
you don't have to
need,
bundle
like, a
up.
big coat. Yeah. Like, I can have a cute fit, but it's just, like, a sweater.
I don't know, for some reason, I used to, like, really hate... The only thing I hate about the winter is the time when it gets dark at 3 o'clock. Other than that, I'm not a winter hater anymore, I don't think.
Oh, I hate the cold. I hate being cold. So I hate
I know
winter.
You do.
But I love
hate
the
being
fashion.
Hot.
But I wish I could have the fashion and I didn't feel freezing. Like, I wish I could be like, ooh, this just feels perfect. But it doesn't. I usually, like, can't feel my hands. Hate being cold. The fan's on in this room right now and it's been pissing me off.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's kind of blasting a little too hard. I walked Mochi before this and it's so hot out. I was like, I walked her with my... Never mind. I took my shirt off and had my, like, bralette on outside because it was so hot. And I was like, I can't sweat through my shirt. And then I came back in and I, like, stood under my fan for a little bit because I was like, I might pass out again. It's possible. It was so hot out.
Oh, no, it's literally, I don't even know, 100 degrees right here right now. And I got back from the gym at literally 9 a.m. and I was going to take Charlie for a walk, but it was already 80-something degrees. Yeah. I wasn't taking her for a walk. I was like, okay.
It hit like 97, 98 here. We've had like a little heat wave going on and I'm not having fun.
Heat waves been figuring me out. Can make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. And that's it for today's episode, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Bookmark'd. We've already been going for like an hour and a half. Who knows what it'll be post-editing. But we hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. We hope you guys will stick around for another episode. And I forget what we have for you next week. But I'm sure it'll be something good.
I also forgot what we have for you next week. We have a fun episode. That's all I know. So
hey, every episode's a fun episode, so look forward to it, people. And until then, we'll see you guys then.
Listening.
Bye.
Bye.